Hi there, I'm Nicole. I am an art therapist here at Sage Therapy Chicago, and today we are going to be doing an art activity together. And the art activity is poetry collage. This is a great activity and it can be used for lots of different things. One of them can be to maybe refocus or reframe negative self-talk. It can also be used to refocus and reframe low mood. And lastly, it is a great activity to kind of help you identify and express emotions when you're not quite sure what they are. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will go over materials for this activity. You will need a pair of scissors. You will also need a glue stick. You can also use Scotch tape if you have that and don't have glue available. And you could also use liquid glue. It doesn't have to be a glue stick. You will also need a pen, some magazines. Doesn't have to be magazines. It could be advertisements. It could be those ads you get in the Sunday paper for like Best Buy, Walgreens, those kinds of things. It can be postcards. It could be maybe some old greeting cards as well. So you have some options with that, but I would say magazines is what works best. You will also need a piece of paper. So I have a piece of paper here. So before coming to do this activity with you all, I went through the magazines and I picked words that really stuck out to me. So at the time when I was cutting out the words, I was feeling kind of drained. I had a really busy day and I was like, oh, just want some time for myself, some time to honor my experience, and to just feel a little bit better, kind of focus on the good. And so I picked out words out of the magazine and cut them out that I was really connected to, that meant something for me. I didn't really cut them out with any particular end or finished result in mind. I was drawn to them. So I went ahead and cut them out. And when you're cutting out your words, it's okay if they maybe like look a little jagged, they're not quite cut out perfectly. That's okay. It's really about the process of doing this than necessarily the product. So let's go ahead and get started and create our poem. So some of the words that I had cut out were embrace the positive messages, finding flow, breathe, new beginnings, calm mind, inner strength, humor on command, passionate, create a relaxing, self-confidence, wellness, achieve a higher state of mind. That's what we need when we're feeling drained. Just to feel better, right? Let's achieve that higher state of mind and, create those positive experiences for ourselves. Let's see, what was another one? I think I've said them all. So let's get started. So when you do this, it's kind of very flow-like. Just kind of like taking one that you want to start with and kind of just letting it flow through and just putting word after word or phrase that you cut out on the page. And sometimes the words that you put on the page don't necessarily go together. That's where your pen comes in. So you can go ahead and put, words in there to connect. So maybe it's and the, or also this, or always, never, differences, positive. You can add additional words to kind of help things make sense if you need to. So no worries about that. We can always fix things. Because of course, although we aren't focused on the finished result, it's more about the process and you honoring yourself, honoring your emotions, kind of deciding how you feel, or cutting out things of the opposite of how you feel. So hopefully when you're done, you do feel better. It's not necessarily about, the end. So, process is always great. So that's really something to remember about this activity. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with embrace the positives. And I'll go ahead and read this to you. And again, it doesn't matter how it looks in the end. So don't feel, restricted or upset about, your gluing. I wouldn't say I'm the best user of the glue stick. And that's okay, right? We're just, having fun and honoring ourselves. This poetry collage is also something great that you can add to over time as well. Maybe you don't have, enough time to finish it today. You can always go back to it and continue to create positive experiences for yourself. This could also be something you could go back to if you want to decorate it. And lastly, something that you can save so that you have a reminder that you can look back to. Maybe, one day you don't have time to do an art activity to kind of understand your emotions, or maybe change your mood and, create the opposite feeling for yourself than maybe low mood or negative self-talk. This is a great reminder that you can go back and read, to remember those positive experiences, to remember making this and how you felt when you did. Reminders are great. So if you have a special folder that you can put this in, I think that's an excellent idea. Or a desk drawer, someplace where you can access it. Gonna continue gluing. Art is a great way to kind of understand yourself. Sometimes a lot of days we talk all day, we talk to other people, we don't check in with ourselves. So this is a great way to check in with yourself. How am I feeling? Do I want to feel this way? Do I want to feel better? Identifying and having awareness is so important. Fingers are getting sticky. Okay, let's see here. I don't think I mentioned this, but you could do this activity on any kind of paper. It could be on lined paper, sketchbook paper, newsprint paper, watercolor paper, just about any kind of paper. You can do it on the back of an envelope. It's all about what you have and what you have access to. And I really want this activity to be accessible in all different kinds of environments. So I hope that you find it to be that way. So I have glued down all the words that I want to use, and all the ones that you cut out, maybe they don't resonate with you when you go to put them on the page, and that's okay. You can save them for later, you can toss them away, whatever feels best for you. I'm going to go ahead now and add in my additional words to kind of help things make sense and help me understand how I'm feeling better, or even go ahead and try to change my mood for the positive. Let's see. Rolling up my sleeves and getting into it. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so I hope that you were also able to kind of fix your poem the way that you wanted when I was doing mine. We're in this together after all. So I'm going to go ahead and read my poem out loud to you now. Step away from the anxious cascade to embrace the positive messages. Wellness and calm mind is what I need. New beginnings for mindfulness to create a relaxing sense of self. Self-confidence to breathe and keep finding flow. I can achieve a higher state of mind. For self-compassion, I am my inner strength. I'm going to go ahead and read it one more time. Step away from the anxious cascade to embrace the positive messages. Wellness and calm mind is what I need. New beginnings for mindfulness to create a relaxing sense of self. Self-confidence to breathe and to keep finding flow. I can achieve a higher state of mind for self-compassion. I am my inner strength. I think that this is a great reminder that I'm definitely going to keep, when I'm feeling low or, when I want to change those emotions and maybe some negative self-talk, maybe that feeling drained that I described, something more positive, a reminder that I am my inner strength and I can do all these wonderful things for myself. It's very affirming, and I hope that this activity was affirming for you too. Well, I hope to see you all next time. I am going to be doing these activities every month, and if you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to hear them, so feel free to email us, and have a great day. Bye!